Should we do a sound check?
Testing.
Now to talk normally?
Yeah, so I was having a shit in the woods once while I was eating a burger. Then I got barbecue sauce all over my titties.
That's from a Vine and you know it.
I love Vine. I was watching Vine. I always watch Vine compilations. My ultimate favourite one is this guy, and he goes, "So, Zane, does the sandwich go bread, and then meat?" And then he cuts in one direction, and he goes, "Meat in the middle." And he's like, "Oh, okay."
I've seen a lot of Vine.
I was trying to find it, but I couldn't find it.
Seen that.
That's my favourite one.
I've never
My favourite one changes daily, but at the minute, that's my favourite
so
one.
does Vine.
Hashtag bring back Vine. Not this TikTok shit. That's
Isn't
bollocks. Have you seen that?
Isn't Vine back though?
No, it's just been.
Did they have Vine 2 or something? Or?
Well, yeah, it's called TikTok. Have you seen? You must have seen the adverts for it. Every YouTube video, that's the advert.
I've never seen an advert for TikTok.
You're lucky.
Isn't that a Kesha song?
TikTok
on the clock with your boy. So anyway,
till they see the sunlight.
hello and welcome to Sweet Connection. I'm your host, Catus. With me today is
Oh
yeah, thanks for just throwing that in there when I was trying to do the intro. Shall we start that again?
Yeah, go on then.
Hello and welcome to.
But I'm going to start on my titties. The Vine edition.
Hello and welcome to Sweet Connection. I'm your host, Cash. With me today is a very fucking annoying. It's Jason Lewis.
I've had a lot of shit
Jason,
today.
you've just spilt tea all over my desk.
Yeah,
and
my desk is a mess.
And you have
just
just admitted to me that you occasionally wipe your son with anti-backwash.
Not occasionally wipe him. I almost mistook a pack of anti-backwash.
You are so East Anglian.
All
right, boy.
On the huh.
On the huh.
Huh. Slew. Is slew a word?
Is slew?
Yeah. So
in what context?
So I was driving along, then I slew down to look at the sheep on the right hand side. That's a good Suffolk one. Shoe. Sorry. Apparently shoe isn't a word.
Yeah.
Obviously shoe isn't what goes in your foot is, but I shoe you this fine.
I'm pretty sure shoe is definitely a word.
Yeah, but
not
I shoe in the terms of context. I shoe you this fine.
Certainly saying sin and bin rather than seen and been. So I've been to the cinema and I've seen this film. It's what someone from Suffolk would say. It's just like, it's seen.
That canvas is on the her.
What canvas would that be?
That's the Sweet Connection logo canvas.
I know.
It's now on the...
I promise you, didn't I?
You did. But it's on the her.
It's not on the her. That's perfectly fucking straight, mate.
No.
That is exactly in the middle of that wall.
Yeah, but have you got a spirit level to...
I used a tape measure in everything. I used a tape measure in everything.
Nice. I've got a laser pointer measure for work.
A laser pointer measure?
Yeah. So
what is that?
Put it there. Beep. It measures how far away that wall is.
Oh, okay.
In feet, meters.
What do you prefer? Inches?
Foot and inches.
Feet and inches.
Foot and inches.
Have you seen on your iPhone, there's like a new thing where you can measure like a picture?
Yeah, it's horrendous. It doesn't work, does it?
No,
it really doesn't work.
No, I used it on my penis.
And it comes back as 3 inches.
Yeah, 3 inches. I was like, well, that's definitely wrong. it's definitely not past 2 inches.
Oh, yeah.
So what have you been up to?
Not a lot.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, guys. See you later.
Yeah. Till next week. Something might happen next week. Although, social media update. Obviously, you gave me the task of at least doing something on our Twitter page.
Yep.
And quite interestingly, other people have been tagging us in advertising their show.
Okay, interesting.
To which I blocked them.
I'm not sure you're qualified to be in charge of us.
I haven't really blocked them, but I'm still not going to listen to your show. Tag me all you like, but I'm not going to. However, based on that, I then tweeted the new video that I was talking about my dreaded...
What do you think of that?
That's hilarious. But,
What did your lovely wife think of that?
She knew about the story. She just said you're a fucking idiot.
That's his wife, by the way. That's his wife.
But yeah, I tweeted the video with the link to the YouTube, and it got 1 retweet and 2 likes. One of the likes was from the Smut podcast, who done the sex competition.
See, you're just as Suffolk as everyone else. They done that podcast, you know.
Look, catching limb swans then.
I've seen that podcast. I've been there. Yeah, they're the ones who did that.
Send us in your sex.
You have to send in an audio clip of your orgasms.
Oh, and that's where I saw that man being fucked in the bum by his dildo.
Yes, so, I do. Unfortunately, I remember every detail of that video because you shew it to me. So you showed it to me.
Podcast. I think we're going to get a bit of a rivalry with them.
Why? Why do we have to start rivaling
with
everyone?
They just retweeted a GIF of a lady fingering herself. That's not what I want to see.
Can I see that closer up, please?
Ben, where are you going? Ben, why are you going to the toilet?
She really is just going at it, isn't she? Flicking the beam. Anyway, moving on.
Caressing the axe wound.
Jason, no! Caressing the axe wound! That's a good name for a podcast. Caressing the axe wound. You're a dirty man. Anyway, what are you going to say? Or was that it?
Furniture fucking. Oh, honestly, I'm not going to listen to that podcast. Moving on. It's just too much for me, that is.
Just too much?
Just too much for me, that podcast. As the host of this show, do you listen to any other podcasters?
I do, yeah. I listen to our good friend Carlisle's show, Content Presumably.
Oh, yeah?
And I also listen to Five Club.
Okay. So, would you recommend our listeners to listen to them?
I would definitely recommend listening to Five Club and Content Presumably.
When are you going to do another show then, so I can be on it?
What?
Can you trust me to be on this show now?
I don't know if I can trust you. That's the thing. You know, I'm just not sure. I put up with you, right? But I'm not sure whether I can.
I might offend.
I can let you loose on someone else's podcast.
Well, I think you let me do it because you know I'm defenceless if shit hits the fan.
Yeah. So we had a new video.
Yes.
It was about your flight from hell, shall we say?
Well, yeah. I've been on 4 plane rides, and that was definitely the worst one.
4 plane rides? What are you, like fucking 7? 4 plane rides?
I like the video.
What are you doing?
So I'm just checking how many views that video's got on YouTube. On Facebook, it's got like nearly 100 views, I think, isn't it?
Has it?
Yeah. Let's have a look.
Fucking hell.
I know. We're just fucking viral.
Yeah. Viral.
We're going to be the next big Viners.
We're going to be on TikTok.
Yes, we are.
We're doing like 6-second podcasts.
Yeah, 36 views got on Facebook. Oh, not quite 100.
Not quite as impressive as you were making out to be. I'm sure you're
quite viral. Yeah.
I'm sure you're pretty used to over exaggerating how big things are.
I too have a 6-inch penis.
Anyway, moving on. So our new sofas came. Finally.
Very comfy.
What do you think of them?
Yeah, very comfy. I really like the fact that because you've got one of those cuddle sofas, which
snuggle chairs,
and they spin round.
And I like the fact right round, baby, right round.
This shows our mental age. The fact that I sat on it and you went, look, it spins all the way around and span me around for a good few minutes with your dog on my lap,
with the dog
licking
your face.
That was probably the most magical 30 seconds of my life.
And I'm pretty sure you're used to having real magical 30 seconds, aren't you, Jason?
Well, 25.
25 seconds at push. Finally they came. Fucking hell, that was...
Any apology?
I have to have like 2 weeks on a fucking beanbag due to those fucking sofas.
How's your back?
Ridiculous. Back's fine, mate, you know.
Yeah.
I'm a fit, healthy specimen.
You're a stallion.
Unlike you. I'm the Italian stallion, although I'm definitely not from Italy. I really hope that the fucking microphones picked up you patting your belly. Yep.
I saw someone the other day, and they go, are you having another baby? And I said, nah. And I walked off.
Is that the end of the story?
I was offended by their
I see. So like
fat shaming.
I see. So they were insinuating that you were pregnant.
What they don't know is I had 2 big meals that day, and it was just a food baby. And I've still got that food, but I went for a carvery today. So
carvery, I've said it before, and I say it again. Carveries are just not good. Who wants to eat old meat? No one. Meat that's been left out for 6 hours under a hot lamp. That's a bit of meat. That.
Yeah, but if you time it right and get the fresh meat.
Yeah, but you know it's all cooked on batch, though, isn't it? Like all the fucking roast potatoes are batch cooked.
Yeah, the only decent thing about it is if you get a good joint of meat that's, as you said, not old.
Not old, yeah.
And I had. Funny thing is, they have roast pork, and I'm not allowed roast pork because it gives me really bad wind. And if I have crackling, it gives me.
Has your wife banned you from having?
Yeah, and it gives me even worse wind. So I had pork, and I had lots of crackling, and I've had bad wind today. So prepare for that.
Still ongoing, or
still ongoing? I've done one in the car before I got out and it fucking reeked. So I've got that to look forward to when I get in the car later.
You just sealed it in behind you.
Yeah.
It's just going to grow in strength.
Yeah. I'll get outside, there'll be a green mist in my car. Open the door.
It's like you've hotboxed the car. Yeah. It's just full of ass.
Full of ass.
Full of ass rather than grass. So that's good. You know what I had today for the first time this year? I had my... the first time this year, mate.
First time this afternoon.
Basically. No, I had my first Easter egg. I love an Easter egg.
Okay.
I'm a sucker for an Easter egg.
Funny if you should say that, because just before I come out, I opened... We had a gift that never went to the person for Christmas, and it was only a selection box. So you've started the new holiday. I carried on the old holiday today. I cracked into a celebration box. You had a...
So, why did you have an old gift?
Basically, the person doesn't live locally. We're supposed to meet up with them twice from now and cancel both times because, we had a baby. So I thought, you know what? They're not even going to know that they had a Christmas present in April. So I ate it.
It's not even April, Jason. It's March.
Well, we're going to see them in April.
So you ate their gift.
Yeah, they don't know. They don't listen to the show.
Well, having said that, we are going viral, so maybe they'll listen to the show and realise
I am almost as big as Harvey Price.
How many weeks in a row can we? We've talked about Harvey Price more than we've talked about Spider-Man.
Fine, let's move on to someone else. Who else is fat?
Who else is fat and blind? And his mum's a whore. I don't know.
So you run out of options here.
Let's try and move on swiftly.
Yeah.
What was that article that you sent me the other week about the haunted house?
As we know, Ben, you really hate
ghosts aren't real.
Ghost stories.
As we know.
And you think that psychics are a bunch of fucking bellends. Let me just find the...
I'm pretty sure that's your opinion
just for our
as well.
Messages, and I've just gone to the bit where you said you're feeling sick, so I sent you 2 gifts of people throwing up.
Yep. Throw back to last week where I was literally in pain.
Right, bear with me.
It's just loaded.
You just mingle.
Riff?
You mingle.
Mingle.
Here we go.
Yeah.
So, the news article.
Who am I meant to mingle with? This is me and you in this room.
Inside abandoned haunted house that no one has lived in for 50 years.
Allegedly.
Now, the main story is a bit shit. It just says how people have owned it and they've lived next door to it and not done anything, but they're now selling it, basically. Upcott Barton Farmhouse was abandoned for over 50 years and is reputed to be haunted. Current owners David Hunt.
Sorry. Is that a word? Reputated.
Well, how would you pronounce it? Reputed.
Can I see that word?
Reputed.
Can I see that word? Reputed. Not reputated.
Well, reputed's not a word, is it?
Reputed is definitely a word.
Oh, fuck it.
Reputated. This man...
A historically significant Grade 2 listed farmhouse that has been haunted for over 50 years.
Allegedly.
Sorry, abandoned for over 50 years. I can't read. Could soon return to its former glory after going on the market with a plan of mission to redevelop it back into a grand country home. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so the current owner has lived in a static caravan next to it for the last, 10 years.
Classy.
Since 2011, he's lived in a static caravan next to it. Right.
What's the point, by the way, in a static caravan? You think that,
to live next to abandoned houses?
You think that's... Oh, yeah.
Here's what you could have.
Here's what you could have won if you'd worked harder at school. But surely the whole point of a caravan is that you can move it.
Yeah. Anyway, right. So the paragraph that I screenshot and sent to you because I knew it would fuck you off the most.
And it did.
Right. Born in Upcott Barton in 1942, the woman lived at the farmhouse till the 1950s. That is Mrs. Hunt. I think her name's Mike.
Mrs. Hunt.
Mike Hunt.
Mike Hunt. Oh, yeah. Nice.
And can remember her uncle, who wasn't quite right, throwing leather-bound books out of the window of the library and making a bonfire with them. David, here you go. David has had other people visit the derelict house, keen to tell him its forgotten secrets. Several years ago, this is fucking quality, says an electrician knocked at their door to ask permission to cut back some trees from the nearby power lines.
Yep.
It turned out that the electrician was also a psychic.
What a coincidence.
Was it physic? No, yeah, psychic. And took an immediate...
He's also a physicist. I mean a psychicist.
What a fucking coincidence. He took an immediate interest in the house, spending 3 hours in there with David, talking about his history.
And I bet he also charged per hour.
and the history and the spirits that still reside there.
Allegedly.
David says the electrician talked a lot about the Civil War and how Upcott Barton would have been a strategic point. Not far from the border with Cornwall, Upcott Barton lies east of Holsworthy in Devon, near the village of Sheepwash, favourite place, and not too far from the site of the Great Battle of Torrington, which was fought on February 16th, 1646. Fuck, no one cares. Alright, hold on. The psychic electrician So just a mile away from Upcott Barton, a smaller battle took place at Battledown Cross. David says that the psychic electrician explained Oliver Cromwell's military tactics, suggesting that his soldiers would have shown the royalists no mercy, chasing them across the land at Upcott Barton and into the woods, shouting nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. The expression from the electrician shocked David, because when another medium...
Okay, now that's a good pun. It shocked the electrician. Carry on.
Because when another medium had visited the house months earlier, she said she spoke to the spirit of a maid who had once lived there. And now she kept repeating, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Fuck, it must be true. It must be true. I mean, must be true.
That is empirical evidence, if ever I've seen it.
Upcott Barton's spiritual links to the Civil War do not end there. Hold on.
Allegedly.
David and Mike Hunt happily describe how Master James, the ghost of a royalist soldier, named by one of the many mediums to visit their farmhouse, patrols the grounds of Upcott Barton every evening at dusk. And David points to a nearby tree where one day he saw a soldier with long boots and a sword riding a huge 20-hand horse.
20-hand horse?
Horses don't have hands.
No, I think horses, they are measured in hands. So if it's like a fucking 20-hand horse, it means that horse is 20 hands tall.
Yeah.
That's just like a sort of ye olde measurement.
Right.
Just a little fun fact for you there, listeners, of old measurements. Cubits.
Like many old houses, Upcott Barton has seen its fair share of death. Okay, that's nice. David tells a story of a large woman, fond of gin, who owned the house many years ago.
That is literally every middle-aged woman. Fond of gin? Bit large.
And was brought back from the pub on a horse and cart one night. Worse for wear.
I've been there as well, to be honest.
Only to be discovered the next morning at the bottom of the stairs. Dead.
Okay. Can we finish this article? Because this is just bollocks.
Yeah, it's just a load of bollocks, basically. Okay. How an electrician turned up and goes, oh, by the way, I am sometimes a medium. Yeah, just...
Can you please tell the story that you told me after we stopped recording last week about how you nearly fell out of your chair at work?
So, I saved this for after the show last week.
I mean, always save the best stories for when we stop recording. Yeah. That's what I say.
Well...
Save that for the after show special.
My office chair at work is a fancy chair because it's the old manager's son. It's the manager's son's old chair, but he left the company. It's pretty. So I inherited it.
Pretty heavily reinforced, I would imagine.
Well, I sat on it one morning, and you know how like a spinning chair like this has a base, and the base has obviously it's screwed onto the chair.
Yeah.
Well, I sat on the chair, and it just went like I fell off the chair basically.
In front of people.
In front of the whole office.
And customers?
No customers because it was 5 to 9. I hit my head on the wall.
That explains a lot.
Turns out I had a duty chair because the chair itself was quite heavy. Turns out out of 4 screws, it only had 1. So I went to my boss and said, "You've given me a dodgy chair. I've hit the wall. I might have concussion." He brought me a sausage roll from the bakery.
That'll solve it.
And all was forgiven.
You know what? I think that's a pretty fair trade.
Yeah, but I fell off my chair. And instead of having the pissy normal other chairs, because this was like an executive chair, like the back of it went above my head. It was that impressive.
So why the fuck are you sitting in that?
Well, because I'm top dog now that the manager's son's not there. And instead of having a pissy other chair that didn't have any arms, I made my manager go and buy me some new screws so I could repair it. And now I've got my chair back.
Yep.
Yeah.
So now your chair has all 4 screws, yeah?
Has all 4 screws, mismatched screws, but you know they fit. They fit.
One's like 3 inches too long. Yeah. One's only like 4 millimeters long.
But I feel very safe now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you like having a real big chair?
I do. Yeah.
Do you feel important?
I feel massively important, and I can slouch in it really well, which doesn't give off a good first impression.
Which you like. You really like to slouch, don't you?
Yeah. It's one of my favourite things to do. Did you go out last night?
I did go out last night.
Yeah, thanks for the invite. I saw on social media.
Did you?
Yeah, so
who?
A friend of the show, birthday boy Will Ruffles, I believe.
I spent the whole night with number 1 fan, Mr. Big Willie himself.
Happy birthday, Will. This show is dedicated to you. Happy 24th birthday.
Carry on, yeah.
Yeah, I saw on social media you had a fishbowl. My speciality drink that I get on nights out.
I don't think you own the concept of fishbowls.
I do, because that's all I drink on nights out.
Did you invent fishbowls?
Yes.
How about like a drink inside some kind of fishy container?
To be honest, my first idea of a cat litter tray didn't go down very well. So We compromise and come to a fishbowl. But yeah, thanks for the invite.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Did you have a nice time?
I did have a nice time. Speaking of nice times, you know that I had that Marvel quiz the other week, and we won.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard from the bar about getting the prize, which, as we know, was 4 tickets to see Marvel live at the O2.
Yes, Marvel on Ice.
Marvel on Ice. So I sent them an email saying, where the fuck's my prize, basically.
Prize, yeah. Do you not know who I am?
But then,
I know that much about Marvel. I can turn into the Hulk.
I am Stan Lee. Right? Stan Lee's ghost has basically got inside me. Wait.
Do we need Ryan Gooden in the room?
Yeah.
Kathy,
is that Stan Lee? Also, I said to them, perhaps rather than getting 4 tickets to see Marvel live at the O2 on Ice, we should perhaps have some kind of different prize.
Yeah, if you can't get the tickets.
And so they said, would you rather have a £200 bar tab?
Oh.
And I said, yes, please, good sir. Yes, double it. No. And I said, yes, please. But
I won't get invited to that either, will I?
Well, here's the thing. So it's next weekend. Next Saturday. Because we have to use it all in one go.
Let me ask my guardian's permission and I'll let you know.
Your carer's permission.
Probably won't be allowed.
Probably. See, this is why we don't invite you to things,
please,
Jason.
I want to be part of it.
I want to be part of something.
I look out the window sometimes and think, I wonder what Ben's getting up to right now.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's very
depressing. And then I look on social media and I see you with other people apart from me and I get really upset. Hello, darkness,
it's my old friend.
So you know what? Ben, go fuck yourself.
Oh,
anyway, so next weekend.
How this podcast has turned against me. Yeah, so I have worked out that for £200, that's 45 pints. Also, you have to consider that before 9 o'clock, it's 2-for-1 cocktails.
Oh, hello.
So, I mean,
let's get bevved up at 6 p.m.
I was trying to work out the maths like fucking Rain Man. And I was like, all these like equations on in my head. It's like, that's a lot of drinks. So hopefully we'll get like a larger group because honestly...
Well, I think you should just be your team.
Okay, so not you, yeah?
Well, and me, because...
Fortunately, we've already had some other leechers, fucking throw their names in the hat. So currently with you, it's 6 people going when there was a team of 3. Having said that though, I don't think that 3 of us... It'll be tricky for us to get through. I mean, that's 15 pints each. That's a lot, isn't it?
I don't drink pints. I only drink spirits.
Which are probably more expensive as well, so you'll be taking most of my prize.
Yeah, but also, I'm a lightweight, so 3 drinks to me and I'm done.
That's very true.
So
you won't have to drink 15 Southern Comfort and lemonades. You'll be done after 2.
Yeah, so just think about that. And plus, I always go double, because I'm a fucking big shot.
Even though you're not paying for it, so it's kind of irrelevant.
I have a triple, thank you. Put it on my tab,
Put on my tab.
Put on my tab. Try to impress the young, beautiful men in that room.
Of which I am most of them. So,
can I just say, this is probably the longest I've ever seen your hair.
What?
And it's probably about...
What do you mean the longest you've ever seen your hair?
That's the longest your hair has ever been.
That is not what you said. You said that's the longest you've ever seen my hair.
Yeah,
you've only been our house for about half an hour.
Not at length of time.
We have spent more than half an hour together.
Not at length of time, and length of length.
Length of length.
Yeah, the length of your hair is the biggest length of your hair I've ever seen.
Well, there we go.
And it's got to be at a 3 millimeters length.
Yeah, it's still pretty short.
Yeah. I think you should grow it out.
Grow it out, yeah?
Yeah, you look great with a ponytail.
A ponytail?
Yeah.
How about a top knot?
No.
Should anybody have a top
Seaman ponytail?
Oh, yeah? A Seaman ponytail?
Yeah.
I'm in. I'm interested.
Well, that's how it slicks back to us. There's so much spunk in it.
I watched something on YouTube. It was about the EDL. Have you heard of
English Defence League?
Of course you know what that is, Jason, because basically you're their founding member, aren't you?
No.
Basically, they're a
bunch of paedophiles.
That as well. They're a far right organisation.
Tommy Robinson.
That's
not even his real name.
I know.
He is a paedophile.
He's actually like Polish or something, isn't he? Or like his dad's Polish.
Yeah, something stupid.
Really weird. Anyway.
Yeah, and he touches 12-year-olds, and that's not even allegedly.
Okay.
Fucking pedo.
Allegedly. Anyway, I watched this documentary.
Tommy Robinson, go fuck yourself.
I watched this documentary about them.
Okay.
And it basically went all over the country. But what sort of caught my eye is when they went to Ipswich.
Did they really?
And basically the EDL radio show is based in Ipswich.
Is it?
They basically have their own podcast.
Oh,
What I found funny is that the guy basically does it through his landline. So he doesn't have like microphones or like a studio like we have.
No.
He picks up his landline and he talks into that.
How do you record that?
I think it's basically just like a sort of live conference call.
Oh, right.
Where people can listen into it. And it's I found it really strange, but also not entirely surprising that Ipswich, which is our sort of local major town city, is
fucking horrendous.
Has the radio show of the English Defence League. Weird, that, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, should we try and get on? Should we call them?
Let's not do that.
Be like, hello, my name is Sanjay.
Jason,
I can't have that.
It's not 2005. You can't do that accent anymore and get away with it. Shall we do Cat as comic corner? No, sorry. Shall we do verses? Sorry. Shall we do verses?
Yeah,
sorry.
Let's get ready to rumble!
I'll allow it.
I got confused. Who do you think would win in a fight? A fist fight. So no weapons or no magic. Between Harry Potter, Frodo, and Luke Skywalker. Just a bar fight.
Well, I've never watched Harry Potter. So
let's say that they're at our local pub, the Owl and Pussycat.
Yeah.
Okay. And they've, maybe they've ordered the gammon, egg and chips, and it hasn't been to their level of satisfactory, and they're all kicking off.
Yeah.
Okay. And they go into a bar fight.
Okay.
Who wins that, do you reckon?
Right, well, I've never watched Harry Potter.
Okay, always
I've
good
never
to know.
watched Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
And I've never watched Star Trek, so I don't know those three.
Star Trek, Star Wars, you dickhead. You have no idea how many people I personally don't care, because I'm fair, I have never seen the first 3 Star Wars films. I'm just saying, I don't care. But you have no idea how many people listen to the show who's going to find so
See, I do that on purpose, and it really pisses people off. It's hilarious.
I don't care, because I don't actually like Star Wars.
Beat me up, Scotty, is what Luke Skywalker says in Star Trek, isn't it? But anyway, I've never watched any of them.
Okay.
But if I look at it from an outsider's point of view,
that's what we want.
Harry Potter's been in a lot of obviously wizard fights and a lot.
Yeah,
but you can
magic.
see he physically gets hurt.
Yeah, and he's also physically very small, but also so is Frodo. So I think Frodo doesn't stand a chance because he's literally like 4 feet tall.
And I think Frodo, all he does is walk after a ring. So
yeah, correct. Yeah, Luke Skywalker, although he's a bit of a bitch without a lightsaber, also he has the Force as well. Actually, he could just Force choke Harry Potter.
You said no magic.
That's true, but that's more aimed at so Harry Potter. He doesn't have a wand, so it's more like unarmed fighting, of which Luke Skywalker can literally choke people out. So I think by default it goes to Luke Skywalker.
I would go for Leanne, the bar manager.
Oh, yeah? In the Owl and Pussycat?
Yeah.
You think she would headbutt Luke Skywalker and she'd smash a glass on the table. She'd just glass Harry Potter and she'd just toe punt Frodo out of the pub.
Yeah,
that's
what I'm
good
going for.
So the winner is Leanne, the manager at the Owl and Pussycat. How about Gordon Ramsay versus Hannibal Lecter, and they're fighting in a kitchen?
Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay?
Yeah.
Not Hannibal Lecter.
He would use his insults and his strong words.
Like this...
to break him down.
He'd be like, this fight is raw!
Where's the lamb sauce?
I think how it ends is that Hannibal Lecter is choking from Gordon Ramsay. He reaches for a thing and it's lamb sauce and he gets a jar of lamb sauce and he cracks it over his head. There's the lamb sauce.
There's the lamb sauce. I'd go Gordon Ramsay.
Must be Gordon Ramsay. He's just so angry.
Because if the kitchen is his backyard.
Yeah.
So he'd know where all the stuff is.
All the knives.
Yeah.
Yeah. He might throw a microwave.
Yeah.
Imagine getting hit in the head by a microwave.
That would hurt. I reckon that would take at least 2 weeks to heal.
That's a very specific. Oh, yeah. Final one. Simon Cowell versus Anne Robinson.
Oh.
But they're armed with quarterstaffs. It's more like staff fighting.
Okay.
Simon Cowell versus Anne Robinson.
Well, again, that's the sort of thing where they just throw insults at each other.
First,
who would get the stronger insults?
Also,
Anne Robinson is savage.
Anne Robinson
hasn't been on TV in over 10 years.
That's very true. But also, she's had quite a lot of Botox done to her face.
Haven't they?
I don't think if you hit Anne Robinson in the face with a stick, it would even register.
Well, both of them. You probably both
but I think Anne Robinson more. Yeah. So I think you could hit Anne Robinson in the face with a stick. And
is she still alive?
She's still alive. She's super old now. So I think that Anne Robinson wins just because she has.
Yeah, I mean Simon Cowell's very soft in his old age.
An incredibly high pain threshold.
Yeah, I would go for Anne Robinson.
Anne Robinson?
Yeah. Simon Cowell's a bit of a pussy now, isn't he? Yeah.
So you're saying that he wasn't a pussy back in the day?
No, he was savage. Now he's a bit of a puss. Anne Robinson was born in 1944.
Fuck, really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So she's only 74 years old.
She's literally older than my nana.
She's 74 years old.
Christ.
She stopped presenting Watchdog in 2015. She's been married twice, divorced twice.
You are the weakest link.
In 1973, Anne Robinson lost a custody battle for her only child.
Oh, that's sad. It's a good thing to end the show on. But I thought I'd end the show with an email.
Oh, okay.
We get email. It reads, "Hi guys.
Hey.
Love the show.
Hey.
To get me through my morning commute every day.
Fucking hell.
And keep up the good work. And keep up the good work. Oh. Jack from Hull."
Oh. Hull is a really weird word, isn't it? It's just a...
It's just a northern word.
Where are you from?
I'm so sorry, Jack.
Or you go, Hull.
Why is everyone who writes in and says nice things about us, we always rip into?
Easy material, isn't it? I wonder how he pronounces Hull.
Oh.
Hello, my name's Jack, and I'm from...
Email in, Jack. How do you pronounce your own town? That's good to know.
Oh.
We're going to end the show there. We'll say that if you're not from Hull and you like the show and you want to support us, maybe give us a rating on iTunes or Spotify.
Yeah, or if you are from, then let us know how you pronounce.
I can't go. We're going to have to end the show there. We'll see.
Bye. I'm not going to be able to show next week, so I'm going to.
So, Jason, where can you get more Sweet Connection in your life?
Well, Ben, we are on Facebook at Sweet Connection Podcast, and we're also on Twitter at SweetC_podcast, so you can give us a like or a follow.
And you can also find us on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, and Podbean, so if you enjoyed the show, you can give us a rating or a review or recommend to a friend.
And if you wanted to email in a topic or a question, or just say hi, it's thesweetconnection@outlook.com.
Massive thanks to Kip for all our various jingles. Thank you for listening, and see you next time.